happened to the scene Tom Holland's brother filmed for the movie? Why did they exclude Venom from the final fight scene in Spider-Man No Way Home? Why were the stars lying through their teeth before the movie premiered? Don't swipe or click away, because here is Spider-Man No Way Home deleted scenes that would have changed everything. Morgan Stark almost made it to the movie. It all started on December 19th when Lexi Rabe, the little actress that was supposed to play Morgan Stark on Spider-Man No Way Home, posted a few photos of the premiere. In one of them, she talked about how her part got cut, even though she spent time filming with the crew. She said, "Okay, here's a teaser with all the photos. We'll be posting them all soon. I absolutely love this movie, even though my part, studio asked to use my image, got cut. It was amazing to see everyone." Judging by this, we'd say she's taken the news pretty well. In fact, she's even thankful. She has more emotional maturity than some adult actors we've seen. And there was something else they talked about. Kevin Feige has publicly stated that the sequel to the movie is already in the making. That's right, folks. We'll be seeing more of the gang, and hopefully they'll include Lexi this time around. Speaking of young actors whose roles got cut, Tom Holland's brother was cut out.
We saw the film the other day, and they've cut the scene.
And this goes to show you that Marvel doesn't care if your brother is the lead in the franchise. If the director doesn't like your part, you're out, buddy. When it comes to Tom Holland and his brother, it all started something like this. On his way from work, Tom was complaining about how brutal filming can get. Then, his brother told him to smash that like button just like you should if you haven't already. But no, in all seriousness, he told Tom to suck it up and be thankful he's Spider-Man. Little did this little boy know, Tom Holland can and will hold a grudge. That's why, when the director told him that the movie needed an extra for a burglary scene, Tom immediately told him about his little brother. The director agreed, and Tom had one little request. Whatever you do with the stunt, make it so that he's upside down. After a day of swinging from the ceiling, forgetting lines, redoing scenes, and his eyes almost bulging out of his eye sockets, he had had enough. On the car ride home, the little boy just said, "Mate, you can complain as much as you want." Too bad all that effort was for nothing. They just cut him from the movie. Doctor Strange's delay. Here's something you might not have known about Doctor Strange. Cumberbatch was supposed to have Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness come out before Spider-Man No Way Home. But because of delays, the movie got postponed to May of this year. This might not seem like a big deal, but it was a big deal for Spider-Man. The script looked very different, since Spider-Man was to reference some of the events in Doctor Strange's new movie. But this never happened. So they completely changed the script. Here's what McKenna had to say. "We were actually working off of things that were happening in Doctor Strange 2 and trying to incorporate them into our script. When we started writing, Strange knows firsthand the dangers of screwing with these things. Then we changed it, so he was a person who doesn't know that much about the multiverse. Sony wanted to make KRAVEN the Hunter the movie's main villain. When the first deal between Sony and Marvel fell through, Sony decided to delete all of the Marvel elements of Spider-Man and create their very own movie. Yeah, that didn't really work out. This meant that they had to get rid of Doctor Strange, the Sanctum, the suits, Tony Stark's suit-making machine, and pretty much everything else we loved about the first two movies. For the movie to have a good supervillain, they had to scavenge through the Spider-Man history and come up with a villain that would be popular, loved by fans, and pose a serious threat to Spider-Man. Welcome, KRAVEN the Hunter. It made sense to include Spider-Man's most popular headhunter after Peter Parker's identity was revealed. Since everyone looked at him as a villain, KRAVEN killing Peter Parker would be regarded as an act of heroicism. Thank God they made it work and created what's probably one of the most epic movies in 2021. All the Lies.
Movie like this, you're playing opposite supervillains from previous Spider-Man movies.
Oh Lord, don't even get us started on this. There were photos, there were videos, there were sloppy interviews, and they still had the audacity to lie about it. Andrew Garfield got grilled on this topic in every interview he did, and each answer was different from the last. First, he said, "I'm not the werewolf." Then he said he is the werewolf. Then he started giggling and laughing. And the icing on the cake was the Fallon interview, where he said, "What are you talking about?" when Jimmy asked him if he had seen the photo. And then he said he did see it, but it was a fake. Yeah, right. The most interesting interview out of all the cringy ones was this one. Zendaya, Jacob, Tom, and Benedict all went on Jimmy Kimmel Live, and Kimmel asked some sizzling questions that put all of the stars on the spot. Especially Holland. Cumberbatch was ready to slap him as soon as he heard a spoiler slipping. KRSTEN Dunst and Deborah Ann.
MJ, it's me, Peter.
Hi.
Hey.
We think it's possible the screenwriters included a few love scenes in this movie, but later decided to cut them out. How do we know? Well, recently, there was a picture of KRSTEN Dunst, who played Mary Jane Watson in Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man trilogy, together with Deborah Ann. After the images surfaced online, people from all over the globe were talking about them. Deborah Ann Wall later came out and said that it's not her picture with Dunst. Okay, here's a closer look at the photo, and we'll let you be the judge. To be or not to be in the new Spider-Man movie, that was the director's question. Venom was supposed to be in the final fight scene.
I love this show.
Yeah.
Fair warning, this one is a little speculative. Since the second Venom movie ended with Rock laying on the sofa, as the world around then suddenly changed, fans began speculating that Venom will appear in the last fight scene of Spider-Man No Way Home. But this wasn't the case. Even though Eddie and Venom saw the world shift and Peter Parker had his identity revealed, we don't think they planned on including Venom in the final scene. The one thing they did do to tie the whole franchise together was to leave a little blob of Venom symbiote before going back to their universe. This will probably give the origin to Black Spider-Man, and there is a very big possibility that Andrew Garfield will be appearing in Venom 3. Fans might have loved Andrew Garfield's performance in The Amazing Spider-Man, but those were still some of the lowest rated Spider-Man movies, so Andrew didn't get a third movie. So when the creators of Spider-Man No Way Home told him what happened to Garfield's Spider-Man after the second movie, how he went to a very dark place, had they made the third movie, the storyline would have followed something that resembled Tobey's Spider-Man. He would have contacted the symbiote, became rageful, evil, and bitter. The storyline was already written for this new movie, and Andrew Garfield was drawing inspiration from that particular plot. So it seems like Marvel is setting the stage for a Venom multiverse movie. Otherwise, why would they leave the little blob of symbiote behind? Why would they bother writing an entire background if they were never going to use it? Seems very plausible that they will not be deleting that script and merge The Amazing Spider-Man 3, that never happened, and Venom 3, that'll probably happen. Talk about the dark storyline that the creators of the movie made for Andrew's character, and how that ties in with the possibility of a third Spider-Man movie. On a related note, would you like to see Andrew Garfield in a third Spider-Man movie? You can tell us in the comments section below. If you like more videos like these, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon so you never miss any of them. And as always, thanks for watching, guys.